hold it. We got a knot in the line. He's over 6 1/4, just obviously, but before we keep him...
Oh, bro! Grabs him like a madman.
I'm just gonna rip his shell off. Like that. Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to Cast and Blast. The video that I have today for the channel is we are back on the 26-foot North River, heading out to Area 9 to do some crabbing. We're kind of in a hurry to go pull our pots right now because they just opened commercial crabbing. And what that means is the big commercial boats are gonna come out with several hundred pots and just carpet bomb the shoreline everywhere. So we gotta get our pots up and out before they throw all their crab pots out and they tangle with ours and drag them or they cut our lines. So what that means is today we're probably gonna pick them up and stack them and keep them on the boat, or we're gonna move them up further north to Area 8-2 and re-drop them. You really gotta appreciate the bright blue days that we have here in Seattle, because when winter hits, we don't have very many of them. So it's really nice to see the Olympic Mountains and Mount Baker. Right, we just got here. We're gonna pull pot number 1 that we set out. Make sure that our puller works. We don't have much line, don't have much slack line on this one. It was sitting right on the bottom. It's right underneath the boat. I can't pull it up without scraping against the bottom paint.
Don't let go.
Not letting go.
You can pull that part against the bottom paint, it's fine.
Okay.
Out of the way, you may stack this one.
Now our pots are very, very heavy. Probably around
60 pounds.
60 pounds. And we gotta be careful not to rub the rope against our bottom paint and rub off our bottom paint.
Got a very expensive epoxy coating on the bottom of this boat, and I'll have extreme anger if it's damaged. So, I see 2 granddaddies. Oh, maybe 3.
our target species of crab that we're going after are the Dungeness crab, which in here we have quite a few really big ones. But there's 2 main rules we have to follow in order to keep Dungeness crab in the Puget Sound. Is they have to be a minimum of 6 1/4 inches from their shell tip to tip, and they have to be hard. What that means is we're gonna feel their shells, and if they have too much flex, we have to let them go. Yeah, I'll just show you guys here. If you wanna, this. So, he's over 6 1/4, just obviously, but before we keep him, we gotta see how hard his shell is. And he's pretty good. He's hard enough. So, there's not much flex in his shell, and I'm pinching pretty hard.
Oh yeah, that's good.
But if you want to measure him just for demonstration.
Don't need to. He's way good. Oh, bro! Grabs him like a madman.
He's good too.
Take this for me, please.
All right.
Yeah, he's good. Oh, very nice. Very nice.
You were just
plenty
tip to
big
tip.
enough. Yeah, it's just inside of these outer tips right here. So just forward of them right here. This, it has to be bigger than 6 1/4, and this guy's well over.
We got a big female egger right there.
Now we got a claw misser.
Got a claw misser, but right here we got a female.
Oh, we got.
So just like crabs in most other countries, like mud crab in Australia and such, you got to release females. And
that's gravid, filled with eggs.
yeah, she's an egger. She has eggs, all right. I'm gonna gently just let her go.
Look at, there's another guy hiding underneath.
What we are using for bait today, normally we have salmon carcasses, but we got a little bit of extra crab bait from friends that aren't using it and need to empty out their freezers. So we are putting a full half-frozen shad in there. I'd like to thank Florence for all her extra crab bait that she gave us. Set this back up. So, all I'm gonna do to close the bait bag up, just cinch this down. Simple, just little knot to make sure that the crab just can't get it open and drag all the bait out. And then just gonna wrap it around here once, twice, go around. It's a little bit more difficult right now because I can't feel my fingers, but there we go. Now we close this up, and we had the top of our, we put a zip tie on the door just to check if our pots have been picked, because that's really common in the areas, and a lot of people out here will just pull your pots and take your crabs out and throw your pot back. And if they're really feeling mean, then they'll just take your whole pot. But because we zip tied the door shut, as you can see right there, we have put rock cord on all the swim holes, so they can still get out when that rots through.
Okay.
Almost. Ready to throw this one back?
Yeah.
Clear. And that is 1 out of the 4 pots that we have out. There we go. A little bit too far. Got it, barely. Barely. Okay, bro, you're gonna make me drag this thing. Got a lot more slack on this one. Take it back. Now a lot of people just like to coil into a bucket, but once you get good enough, you don't really need the bucket. It kind of just slows you down. One thing that's much better about winter crabbing than summer crabbing is no jellyfish. Summertime we're pulling these things up and your hands just feel like they're on fire, but not in the winter. This is one of our more different traps. As you can see, it's round, surrounded with rebar, but another thing that it has is a zinc. And for some reason, this is one of our best fishing pots. And one of the reasons we speculate that is because it has a different magnetic field around it a little bit. Crabs are very sensitive to electrons and pulses and the such. I don't really know, something my dad explained to me earlier. All I know is this is our best pot. Well, my dad didn't wait for me to get ready to record him, but we got a bunch more. So we're just gonna reload the bait bag. Same procedure as the last crab pot. Where do you want me to dump this?
Over the side.
All right.
We're drifting in shallow water. We gotta go quick.
All right. There we go. He has to go drive the boat to make sure we don't beach ourselves.
It's only 11 feet deep here.
Only 11 feet deep. So, this is by far our heaviest pot. This pot actually hurts to lift, but fish is the best. So it's worth the back pain that it gives me.
Drop it.
I gotta hold it. We got a knot in the line. I need to move out of the way.
Don't run that mount through the elevator. Okay, stop. So that's a dangerous trap. When that knot comes undone, you can get your arm or your leg or your belly right in this thing. So now you're gonna have to continue. We're gonna have to bring this up again.
So when you're throwing crab pots, it's very important that your crab pots land flat, so they're not on their side and crabs can actually get into them. So when we have an incident like that, or I throw the crab pot and it doesn't land flat, we have to pull it back up and re-throw it.
Destroyed it. To do it again.
Okay, here we go again.
It's ready to go.
Just throw it.
Yep.
Clear. Okay. So now that we got our 10 crab, we're not gonna pull our other pots. We're just gonna let them sit there. But now it's time to clean our crab. So I'm gonna get the fillet board off the roof and put it on the side and show you guys how I clean them. And there it is, all set up. So, turn our pump on here. This water comes straight from the sound. We're just pumping it out of the ocean. We don't have a freshwater tank or anything like that on board. So how we clean our crab is we get a rusty knife or a bad knife that we don't care about too much. And how we're going to start off is we're going to rip off his shell. So I'm going to get my hand on his side, in between his legs and his shell like that. Get my hand on top of his shell, and I'm just going to rip his shell off. Like that. Then I'm going to throw his shell in a bucket that I have to my right. Once we're done with that, we're going to remove his bottom flap, like that. This we can just throw in the water. Now we're going to cut him in half, like that. Then we're going to chop off his face, as such. Now all we got to do is clean off his gills. Spray his guts out. That's one done. Once you get doing this for a while, you can just become really quick at it. Now that we got all our crabs cleaned, we're gonna go back to the marina. Well, everybody, we're back at the marina now, and we have all our crabs bagged up. So this is going to be the end of this video. If this video does well, I'll probably run it back and do another crab catch and cook, but just let me know what you guys want to see. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great rest of your day.